frustrated with me because it is a fire truck and it is 45 days. But look, we've done worse in the past. This one will be all right. So, Jeff, I'm here to interrupt you.
Hey, what's this one?
This one is for a company called Nest.
Nest.
So they have a new product that they're bringing out. You know, smoke detectors, carbon monoxide sensors, all that stuff will come to your phone. So they want to do a fire truck.
Yeah, okay.
They want to do some actual stations in it where they could show the product being used. So imagine a fire truck not red, but like Nest colors. They're going to send us the fire truck, and then we'll tear it apart.
There's a lot of stuff to tear out.
There's a lot of room, though. Basically, Jeff, on the outside of it, we want to do the entertainment center in the back, and then these chambers on the side. When you look at their brand, that's what it is, simple, clean, and it's functional. That's what we need to create for them. Thank you, sir.
All right.
It's always a pleasure.
No
Sorry
problem.
to interrupt.
I just met with Ryan about the next build. It should be a pretty cool build with some cool technology built into it.
They're getting the fire truck right now. You know, this build doesn't have a lot of moving parts and all this, you know, craziness that we've had to do on some of these big builds that we brought in here. But this build is going to be cool. So Jeff finished the rendering, turned out amazing. I mean, who doesn't want a fire truck in their shop? We've always wanted to build one. I think the guys seeing it come into the shop are going to be really excited about it. So my next step is take this rendering downstairs, go meet with Kenny and the crew, figure out how we're going to build it.
On aboard, Captain.
You look good.
Need my hats and suspenders? Are you good to go?
I've never been in a fire truck before.
WCC.
Attention, attention. This was just a drill. But we need Esteban, Arturo, Ish, we need Carlos, and we need Ochoa to please report to the fire truck immediately.
Like the fire table.
Damn, just post it up. Come on, guys. Ready for this one? So, the company is Nest. They're now coming out with a smoke detector that will alert you when the battery's low. And then also if your house is burning down, it'll send you a message, hey, your house is burning down. Don't go home.
As you're walking down.
That's a lot of cool technology.
Basically, we're building our different chambers on how this thing works. We're demoing the product in 2 different showcases, and then a third place would be the product placement over here, which will be another door with all the product inside there. The interior, we're gonna do the same thing. We'll basically do it all out in Nest colors. We're gonna keep the front seats the same. Third seat will be the same, but just gonna change the middle out to a bench.
But the hardest part, Arturo, you're gonna have to put this surfacing crew on this bad boy, because we're not wrapping it, we're painting it.
But our biggest complication is gonna be is building the electronic system to actually make all this stuff work.
Good luck to you guys.
I'll leave it to you this time.
But I think the first step is get it broken down.
Yeah.
You guys got it? Let's do it. Ultimately, having a fire truck in the shop that we're gonna customize to make it a mobile marketing vehicle for them. Never done it before. It's just gonna be another notch in our belt. Sound the alarm because West Coast Customs is building a fire truck. The first step will be to tear it down and frame it in, complete with a flat screen TV, seismic speakers, and a DJ setup in the back. On the passenger side, we're gonna create 2 chambers to highlight the Nest Protects. One will fill with smoke, and the other will show how Nest Protects lights the way. We'll also create a compartment to hold their merchandise. All of this will be protected by ROM roll-up doors. Then it's time for paint. We're gonna turn the body blue and add a silver stripe with the Nest logos in white. For shade, we're gonna add a motorized awning and a custom Nest grill to really complete the exterior. We're gonna keep the interior simple and nice. Black and gray seats with blue piping, wood floors, and a small bench and couch will complete the back. Never fear, because West Coast Customs and Nest are here.
You like it?
So when it comes to building this fire truck, the client actually wanted a ton of storage inside of it. To get that, we actually had to take out 2 layers of floors. Their first layer is actually where the hoses and ladders sat. The second layer, we found out if we pulled it out, there's a 500-gallon water tank underneath it. So we got to get the forklift and get it pulled out. So now we got the fire truck pretty much torn down. Our biggest thing is to start building it. So on this side of the fire truck is really pretty simple. Inside the cabinets, they want wood all around it on the exterior of the build, which is inside the cabinets on the top and the sides. But on the other side is where it all comes to play. This side of the fire truck, this is where the magic really happens. In the back half here, we're actually building 2 chambers. This chamber here is going to be basically a daytime chamber. When you push a button, it's actually going to turn dark. And here's going to be some storage. And this one's actually another chamber, which would be a smoke chamber, which when you push a button, the smoke will rise, the fire alarm will tell you, hey, you got to get out of the house, or what it's going to do, and it's going to change its colors. So this would be like a 6-foot by 8-foot big storage cabinet with all doors on it. Once you get that all said and done, you get the guys over here, start framing it up, and get this thing built.
Okay, so what I'm building right now is the primary storage compartment. I'm using 3x3 square-inch tubing, 1/8 wall. It's going to be a roll-up, almost like a garage door. You're going to be able to lock it up and store all their equipment inside. So right now, I'm just doing the basic framing. And after that, I'll go ahead and close it up and start figuring out the hinges for the actual rolling door. Okay, so now that it's all tacked in place, the next step is weld it all together. So let's do it. So I think it's welded pretty good. That's how I do it.
Coming up on West Coast Customs. So I'm here at Home Depot with my trusty list. Since this is a big build, I won't even tell you what the application's for. You'll not believe me. The fabrication's just about done, and the next step is for me to meet with Ish, go over this interior.
Bring it on.
One of Nest's big partners is Home Depot. It's pretty cool because Home Depot is something that we use every day. There's a lot of products that we're gonna need, but one of the biggest things is the electric awning that we need. So I'm gonna go over there and meet with one of the Home Depot representatives and see if I can find something. So I'm here at Home Depot with my trusty list. Since this is a big build, there's a lot of stuff that we need for it. Chose to come to Home Depot, they always have everything. One of the biggest things we need is this electronic awning. Hopefully somebody inside can help me out. So I'm gonna go in and check it out. You wanna come with me? No?
How you doing, sir?
Good.
What can I help you find today?
How you doing? I think I found everything, but one of my main things is these motorized awnings.
Oh,
You guys have anything like that?
Yeah, we can definitely order it on HomeDepot.com.
Okay.
We take you down to the kiosk and we can check it out.
Let's check it out.
Brian brought a list of a whole bunch of stuff. We have most of it here, except for one particular item, which was an awning. Besides all the products that we have here in stock, we can also order thousands more through HomeDepot.com.
One of the biggest things, though, it has got to be 8 foot wide.
Okay, well, we have a OnTech 8-foot here, full set, left motor with remote retractable awning with the 84-inch projection, so it sticks out pretty far.
Okay. Yeah, it's going on the side of a fire truck.
Really? All right. We can do here is order it and have it shipped to your shop.
Okay.
We
Cool.
can definitely do that.
So since you're delivering that, do you think you could deliver this whole list?
Most definitely. It's doable.
Cool. Thank you
We'll
very
get it
much,
done.
man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Well,
Pretty successful day here at Home Depot shopping. One of the biggest things for this build is the electric awning that we need for the side. The guys helped me out. We went to HomeDepot.com. They found one that worked out perfect. They're gonna ship it here to the store, put all my other stuff together, and then get it off to the shop. So the Nest build's going really well. The fabrication's just about done. Now we can get it over to the body shop, and the next step really is for me to meet with Ish, go over what we're gonna do this interior.
What's up, Ish?
Here's another one for you, buddy.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of a challenge because it's not going to be the authentic fire truck. It's going to be a Nest fire truck.
I don't understand that. Just tell me what I need to do.
So what you need to do is an interior.
Yeah, I understand that better.
So basically we're gonna do a bench. This is the bench facing backwards. This will be facing forward. You know, bluish on the wall, hardwood floors, black carpet. You know, keep it simple. This one isn't, you know, really crazy. It's gotta feel clean, nice.
My home?
Like a house.
Okay.
Like your nest, your nesting quarters.
It's gonna be black and blue?
Yeah, use their Nest Blue. I'll get you that Pantone for that. And then there's some silver, so maybe you kind of integrate those three colors together. Hardwood floor. It's just got a feel when you get in there, just clean, you know, nice.
Okay.
They just want it to look good.
I'll make it look good.
I'll have the guys start fabbing this up, and then from there, we just got to strip it out and do like the main seats that are in there. Get it done. Cool?
Ain't no big deal.
It's always simple. See, it's always too easy for you. I got to bring you something a little bit harder. So I just met with Ish. This project's a little different than the normal project I bring to him. This is a fire truck. The fab guys are gonna fab up a bench real quick. We gotta use the Nest colors. They're gonna let him do what he does best, put some wood floors down, and we should be good to go.
Ryan and I, we just talk about the fire truck. You know, like always, for him, everything is simple and easy. Just two benches, one on the front, one on the back, but he never mentioned the headliner, the dashboard, steering wheel, the front carpet. It's a wood floor. Yeah, on the back, what about the front? The next person that I need to speak with is Kenny, you know, because from Ryan to Kenny is a mile difference. Ryan is easy, simple, but when I get to Kenny, Kenny's like, we have to do this, that, I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna build this and that and that. So I know what I'm expecting from Kenny. In fact, this is what I'm here for. I'm not afraid, so bring it on.
So the next step on this build is definitely the entertainment center. Since this build is going out to different venues, they want to get people around it. You know, having a TV monitor with a whole entertainment center that's going to show the product in use, that's a good draw for the crowd. Esteban's going to build the frame right now, get the TV in there, and then hopefully we can get this thing off to the body shop.
So the biggest thing on bonding this material of the vehicle is prep. You know, without the correct preparation and the bonding, it's never going to bond too well. So what we got to do is actually grind the material down with like a 24 grit, so actually create a little bit of bond, which is like a little teeth marks that are biting into it. And then after that, try to get all the wax and grease off the part. So once we clean the fire truck and clean the parts up, the next thing is get it bonded.
Coming up on West Coast Customs. Because we don't have a lot of time, we're gonna paint it in halves.
From fire engine red to Nest Blue.
Do that half, flip it around. Hopefully the lines will match up.
The next step is installing the sliding up doors.
The fire truck's moving along well. The fabrication is just about complete for all the chambers. Now it's time to get it over to the body shop.
Now that the fire truck is all prepped, DA down, and the fabrication is on its way, the next thing is get in the body shop and get it primered. That's how you drive a fire truck.
So now that the main fabrication is done, the next step is really doing all the closeouts. So what Esteban's gonna do is bend some diamond plate for the edges, do the flat panels here, and then get it ready for paint.
So on this build, the customer really wanted a whole entire sound system. Audio, video, everything. So we have a big TV on the back, but also we need, the whole entertainment system. Steve from Seismic Audio really came through. Gave us a set of speakers, a mixing board, and a mic, so we can get in this fire truck. So the next thing you do is get him mounted and get him in the truck.
Now that the fire truck's in final prime, the next step is get it in here and get it ready for paint. Since typically we'd put it in our spray booth or we'd go off site and borrow somebody's spray booth, this time, because we don't have a lot of time, we're gonna paint it in sections. We're gonna spray down the nest blue first, then come back with a white stripe, but we're gonna do the fire truck in halves. So we're gonna pull it in, do that half, flip it around, do the other half. Hopefully, at the end of the day, both paints will match up, the lines will match up, and this paint job will be good to go.
Now it's time to take this truck from fire engine red to nest blue. Now that the diamond plate is already bent and folded, now it's time to get up on the vehicle and start painting the back end.
Now that we have all the closeouts done, the next step is actually installing the ROM sliding up doors. Right now, Kenny and I are setting up the tracks. Our top track is already installed right now. And now we're gonna start running up the actual door, and then the front tracks, and then the pulling mechanism. So let's try it.
Just like that, eh?
That's how we do it. Sass!
When we first started with the fire truck and they took the fire truck apart, there was a massive body harness that controlled all the electronics, mainly lighting, all of the gauges, everything that came out of the fire truck. Any electronics, basically from the front to the back, was controlled by a harness that was essentially running through all of these cabinets. And in order for these cabinets to be here, that wire harness had to be relocated. So I cut it in a couple of different spots, extended and labeled all of the wires, and I'm actually at my last junction right now, where I have to splice the last set of wires together so that all of our lights and other electronics will work. I'm using a butt connector that when you heat it up, it solders and heat shrinks it. Works just as well as solder, but in a situation like this is much faster, and it adds a little bit of rigidity. Is that a word? Rigidity.
Coming up on West Coast Customs. How's this thing coming? Did the awning show up?
They just arrived.
What a difference that makes. Well, there's a lot of little things, and the little things always take a lot of time.
I'm gonna do it on pieces, so that way I can do it quicker and faster.
Now that the interior is fully stripped out of here and is prepped and ready to go, it's really time to add some life into it. So we're gonna lay down some wood floors to really bring that home feel in here and comfortableness. We're gonna build a bench back here with the fab team, and then Ishmael's working his magic on the front seats. So soon, this thing's gonna be pretty nest. So the fire trucks move along well. The front end's painted. All the fabrication is done on the chambers. Now I'm gonna get with Kenny and see what's left.
A boatload of fabrication done already.
Wow.
Obviously, ROM really came through with these things.
And they lock?
Yeah, basically have the tabs here, and then they pull, and they open.
Did the awning show up?
Yeah, they just arrived.
Okay.
And then we have all the brackets ready to go, so now we can actually mount them.
What about the TV stuff? How's that going?
Well, the TV's good. The 60-inch flat screen. We still got to cut the borders.
Cool. How's this side coming?
Not good. We've already modified all the doors, backing, so all the doors are already painted.
And that blue is amazing. It's like when you see a blue fire truck, it's like, what?
This is all going silver inside, and the boxes go silver. And then the other side goes charcoal, and one goes gray. So they just get the lock brackets up and then flip this thing around and get back in the spray booth and get it painted.
Cool. Are they doing anything on the top?
No, this is all for storage.
Yeah, that's
basically
what I
the whole
thought.
thing was built for storage, so.
That's cool. It's smart. So it looks good. You think they're really gonna drive it?
We have to. How you can get from one place to another?
We build all these awesome masterpieces and they always trailer them. This one's gonna be built to drive though. This is cool. So I just met with Kenny. He showed me all the fabrication, all the stuff that's been done. The diamond plate, I think, makes a huge, huge difference. The blue looks amazing. I mean, we're pretty close to being done. I mean, I know there's a lot of little things, and the little things always take a lot of time, but I'm pretty confident on this one. And I like it because they can get in this vehicle and drive it across country, set it up, and be ready to rock and roll.
Now that the irons are here, time to cut them open and get them through the truck. Seals are just like this. Daddy, let's go to the beach.
Wow, you got sand? Oh.
Oh.
It's quiet too, huh?
Dope.
It's all self-contained. Good game. What a difference that makes.
Huge. Now that's a nice freaking curtain.
Now that the front half of the fire truck is painted, we turned it around, we're painting the back half. From there, we're gonna put it in final assembly and get this fire truck on the road. Boom!
You know, Ryan just texted me last night. He said that the fire truck has to be done tomorrow. So I only have 2 days to do it, which I ain't got no problem with it. It will be done. What I'm doing right now is the headliner, but it's a huge headliner, so what I'm gonna do it on pieces. First, I'm gonna cut the side pieces, wrap them, put them back on the truck, and then I'm gonna cut my center piece, you know, so that way I can do it quicker and faster, which is the same, it's faster. So I'll do it in the hood, okay?
So now we got the blue paint on. The next step is to paint the silver. So what we have to do is lay out the stripes on the fire truck to get exactly straight lines, which is not the easiest part. So we're actually using a straight edge, and we're gonna lay out some lines out and then pull some tapes and put some fine line tape down for that, and then get the thing painted. Now we'll take that same distance there, project it to the front.
So we need to add some branding to the Nest fire truck. I have the artwork, it's all sized out, ready to go. Gotta send it to the plotter, create a paint mask, give it to the painters. Voila, Nest fire truck.
The final piece of the puzzle.
$15, homeboy. Like nothing. I can do 30 of those.
Freaking comedians.
Coming up on West Coast Customs. Now it's time to get it into final assembly so we can get this thing on the road.
We got each compartment wired up. Now it's just time for Jeff to wire up his modules.
Each one of the chambers displays a different demo.
So all the paintwork's completed on the fire truck. The blue is laid down, the silver stripe is done, the chambers are built. Now it's time to get it into final assembly so we get this thing on the road.
It looks amazing. Now it's time to get out of here. That's how you freaking parallel park a fire truck.
So we almost there with the interior. Carlos and Mario are working on the headliner. The seats are done and already installed. You know, this truck is looking good, and so am I. Hasta la vista. Ay, güey, that was a big one. God.
So over halfway done with the build, but the majority of the parts that really need to get done are electronics. So Manuel Ochoa's over there trying to finish out all the glass and get all electronics in the walls. And then we got the back, we got the stereo, the TV bracing to get done. But this side, we just got a couple doors to hang. Next thing to do is get it out of here.
Okay, so the next step on the fire truck is doing 2 demo tables. What I'm using is 2x2 square tubing, aluminum 1/8 wall. It's pretty simple, just cutting some pieces, weld them together, and at the end, we're just gonna put bond a piece of aluminum on the side to cover it. Nothing hard, so let's do it.
Got a call from Kenny. They're working on the Nest fire truck. Carlos ran the wiring in the vehicle for each one of the chambers. Each one of the chambers displays a different demo for what the Nest can provide as far as protection. How to create a module that will interface to the Nest unit and the buttons on the outside of the vehicle. We wanted the Nest to functionally work, so it'll turn on the fog machine, turn on the fan, turn on the lighting, and it will display the audio and the visuals as it would be in your house. Next step is to take the harness and the controller that I made, install it in the vehicle, and then get the truck out of here.
Warriors, come out and play.
So I just finished running all these wires in the Nest vehicle. We got the Amplifier audio system in the back wired up. We got the taillights, headlights, each compartment wired up. Now it's just time for Jeff to wire up his modules and make this thing work. So in the back of the Nest vehicle, we have Seismic Audio, 2,000-watt amplifier, Seismic Audio mixer, Seismic Audio speakers, PA speakers. Everything's all wired up. Now it's just time to test it out and get it on the road.
Coming up on West Coast Customs.
Smoke is in the house.
That is sick. Get this thing pulled out. It's nest time.
That's awesome.
This is a fun one. So when you hit the button,
Heads up.
so we're doing a build for a company called Nest. They want us to build a fire truck to promote their new product called Nest Protects, which is actually a smoke detector that's smart. So I sat with Jeff and came up with a cool fire truck rendering. Then it was time to get the truck in the shop. So there's a ton of fabrication and cutting to do on this. We had to build 2 chambers to display their product. Because this truck was so big, we had to paint it in sections. So we painted the front, and then we turned it around and painted the back. Ish worked his magic on the interior, and Jeff, Wes, and Carlos did their thing on the chambers, the TV, and a DJ system. So we installed 2 motorized awnings for shade, and then ROM doors to really protect all the product. I'm gonna get with Kenny, double check that everything's working properly, and then it's off to the reveal.
Want to pull some magic?
I wanna see the smoke detector.
Smoke is in the house. Take a deep breath.
Are you sure?
Heads up. There's smoke in the kitchen.
Oh,
what?
So the smoke
Heads
comes
up,
out of there,
there's smoke
and then you
in
got
the
that to
kitchen.
suck it out when it's done?
It's getting worse.
Listen. It sucks it out, you vents it, and then you can go back and restage it.
That is sick.
Yeah. So once it goes down in position,
And then the lights
go
turn
back up.
Smoke is clearing in the kitchen.
I like her
on.
voice. She's very calm. It sounds nice,
Hey, it's
right?
okay, there's a fire.
It's okay, your house is burning down.
And the second one is
Emergency. There's carbon monoxide in the living room.
dope, huh?
Wow. Good game, Kenny. Good game. So I just came in, checked in with Kenny. I mean, every time I come down here, there's something new done to this vehicle. What it really does for the product, it really puts it all together. I mean, this is an amazing product. I think this vehicle is going to be amazing to really showcase it. Now the next step is button up the last couple things and get it on the road. Get this thing pulled out. It's nest time.